So all I know is no matter what, I'm never telling my husband the truth. Now, the good news is the 3 narcs are all in the house. I have no witnesses. What happened was this brick garden thing that was attached to the house had jetted out of nowhere and hit the bottom part of my car, like the bumper, but the bumper wasn't rubber, so it's chipped and dented. And so the first thing I do is get a brush from the garage and I get rid of the black paint on the brick, because I knew my husband, being that he thinks he's a CSI officer, would be able to figure it out like, she went like this and she went like this, when I've always just told her to go like this. Do you not know how to use your side mirrors, Heather? No, I actually don't. I don't really like either one of those. I like this one, and this one I can tweeze. I like this one. Around 9 a.m. where the 101 meets the 405, I'm like, holy, this is amazing lighting. One time I parked into a spot tight, I popped those babies in, didn't know how to pop them out, drove like that for 6 months, okay? This is the final product. I don't plan on learning anything new. Okay, so I'm looking at the dent, and it's really just the chipped paint. And I'm like, I think if I could get some black nail polish, some black gel nail polish, this is that nail polish that lasts about 3 weeks, but I have to get special nail polish and the light from the nail lady and then hold it there. That'll buy me some time, maybe like close a couple accounts, just change my name. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I call my sister Shannon, who's a criminal defense attorney, and I go, listen, you lie for people every day, it's time you do some pro bono work for me, okay? We gotta figure out a scenario that makes sense of how this car accident happened. So we decide I'm gonna take the 3 kids bowling in kind of a shitty neighborhood. So I'm like, make sure, so we're getting in the car, I make sure Drake, the main narc, gets the front seat, because if he went around the back, he'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me just take a picture of this and text it to Dad. I think he'd like to know what's going on with his Infiniti, and he likes to hear from me when he's away from the home on long afternoons. So we go bowling, we come out from bowling, I'm like, high five, can't believe we got a strike. Oh my God, you guys, look at the back of my car. It was not like this when we got here. All 3 witnesses are like, you're right, Mom, it wasn't. I go, you know what I think happened was, I think because we're in kind of like a shitty neighborhood, I think like a gang member, like a lowrider gang member car, probably some guy who's been smoking pot since he was 13, doesn't have a job or insurance, just hit it, got scared and left. So we get home, and we're home first, so it's in the driveway, we're in the living room, my husband walks in the house, he's seen the car. He's like, well, guess Mom hit the car again, and for once, my son's like, no, Dad, that's not what happened. He's like, we came out from bowling, and some guy who's been smoking pot since he was 13 must have hit the car and took off. Here's the thing, I am happy that marijuana is legal in California, but we don't have the luxury as parents that our parents had, where they're like, you smoke a joint, you go to jail, So I had to teach my kids lessons all the time, like we're at a stoplight, big, beautiful pot shop right there. And I'm like, look, boys, look at those guys going into the pot shop. What is it, 3 o'clock on a Wednesday? They're 25 years old. They don't have jobs. You know why? Because they started smoking it when they were too young, okay? At least with cocaine, you wake up, you sell some stocks, you work on Wall Street. You get some shit done. It's a get up and go drug. Don't sit on your fat ass and eat Taco Bell with your friends drug. No. With cocaine, you meet people with boats. You stay thin. My husband's like, I just don't understand how this keeps happening with you in the car. And I go, you know what, Peter? I give up. I do. You know what? I can't make you happy. Maybe your next wife, Brianna, will know how to parallel park the shit out of a car, go find her and marry her. Now, in a way, I felt bad. That was like a huge lie in the marriage. But sometimes, guys, we say a little lie. We don't think it's going to be that big. And then we can't get out of it. Like the other day, I'm in my bathroom doing my hair. I thought I was alone in the house. I don't mean to be gross, but I let out a very deadly yet silent fart. And just then my husband walks into the bathroom. He's like, did you fart? And I'm like, no, I didn't fart. Did you fart? You're the one who's always farting. It's probably you. And then he's like, his whole face goes pale, and he goes, oh God, I think something's wrong with the sewer. He was underneath our house for an hour. Testing every toilet, running the hose down to the street. He's like, this is gonna cost us $8,000. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? An hour and a half later, be like, actually, honey, you caught me off guard. I had something that didn't agree with me. Good news is we don't have to replumb. You know when it's like your anniversary or your husband's birthday or something, Saturday night? You go to like Mastro's, the Ruth Chris, like the fancy, good steak place. You get a big filet mignon, a little truffle mac and cheese, blue cheese topper, potato souffle, chocolate cake, a couple bottles of red wine. And then you come home and you're too fat to fuck. You're like, oh! You're like doing Lamaze breathing. You're like, oh. Like, oh my God, I can't. I know we planned it. I know I got waxed and you took a shower, but I'm going to kill myself. I will get you in the morning because I'm about to die. Like,